Welcome to today's webinar. I'm Kenneth Low, Technical Director of Version 2 Singapore PTA Limited. So today's topic is Zero Trust without complexity, unify identity and device management with JumpCloud. So this is webinar. So in case you got any question and comment, please do put on the chat or the question box. I will try to answer all you guys as soon as possible or after the webinar. So let's get started. So today's agenda, we will talk about the identity threat landscape and why identity becomes the primary attack surface in 2026, and the complexity trap, because we have many security tools and it seems not that easy to implement zero trust initiatives, and how JumpCloud products can help you guys. And lastly, we got and then we got some live demo, and then we talk about why V2 and JumpCloud, and then some Q&A, and the next step. Yeah, so this is today's agenda. So first of all, what is the problem? What happened? Okay, so identity now, in fact, is the new perimeter of attack that attackers know about it. What is it? It's 67% of cybersecurity incident is rooted in identity-based attack. It is not zero trust anymore, because hackers find it. Hacking in can be easy, can be difficult, but if I have your credential, definitely easy. Yeah. So and because and other reason is because we have more and more cloud application, we have many unified access that, so once we steal the credential, maybe we can get into many other systems. So in 10 plus organizations in Singapore experienced a cyber incident in the past year. There were 3.67 million US dollar, the average cost of data breach. So it is a raising high record. So the attack getting more serious, the loss getting more. And 600 million identity attack tracked daily by Microsoft worldwide. Over 99% of them are password spaces. So yeah, so there's so many attack, and they get success with the identity attack and create lots of loss to us. So we should take a look, not just phishing patches, but also take a look in our identity protection or monitoring, is that enough or not. So another point of view is the complexity trap. More tools doesn't mean it's more secure. Okay, sometimes yes, but sometimes no. 60 to 80 plus security tools is average number an organization will use it. Of course, it's not something big. Yeah, if it's something big, it won't hit that number. But there's so many mini tools, cloud security tools joined together. There will be really many tools out there. And 64% of APAC employees use 15 plus business application. So you may use a cloud mail like Infosys 5, Teams, and then some webinar tools like today's GoToWebinar, and then you may have Salesforce or SAP Cloud, and then you may use ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, many others. So all may share or didn't share the credential, but that's a lots of account login day by day using by all the employees. And on average, there will be 11 of the separate tools about identity. So that can be a very scattered logs and events handling. So in case there will be an attack or in case there's an account abuse, you may not able to find out so quickly. Yeah, even though you may have a SIM or others, yeah, in case you didn't collect it correctly or the correlation rule doesn't write correctly, also you may miss that attack. And 36% of organizations worldwide cite tools and vendors for a single larger barrier to the zero trust adoption. So zero trust has been talked about for quite many years. People start to believe in it, try to implement that, or partly or fully, but actually it's not that easy. Why? Because there's some figures. So 82% of organizations worldwide call zero trust essential to their security strategy. But only 17% have actually achieved full zero trust implementation. Well, a full zero trust implementation, it means that you need to have identity, least privilege, network isolation, MFA, many others, and keep monitoring. That's not a single product can do. And somehow more or less, yes, but you still need some monitoring, right? So some service and labor. But it's not that easy if you use many other tools. Yeah, and 66% of APEC organization haven't yet adopt a zero trust strategy yet. So that will be roughly in line the global average, and 2% in which fully mature across every zero trust pillar. So many of us believe that zero trust is good, it is important, it's essential, we should do it, but not many of us has been fully adopted or implemented. Some may be just turning it on in MFA and claim that you are zero trust, definitely not. So the ambition is universal, execution still under complexity. So that's why we need JumpCloud to help us to remove some of those complexity. So let's talk about JumpCloud. So how to do it with one platform to help you to, I won't say eliminate, but we mitigate the complexity. Okay. So what a JumpCloud help you to do? They do lots of access control and unify the access control from a single pane of glass. So you can use only one identity, integrate with every source or application, and apply to all of your cloud application, on-prem system, server, network, and endpoints and SaaS. So no more duplicate account management. You can manage your credential through JumpCloud. Yeah. So if no matter it's a multi-source and multi-destination, you can manage all of them with JumpCloud. And we have a centralized policy engine. So you can set the access policy once and apply to everywhere, no matter it's your endpoint, your server, your network segment, or your SaaS application. So instead of configuring same rules across dozens of products or endpoints or application, it applies to all of your assets. So this is very good, right? Thirdly, we have open standards built in. So we support native SAML, we provide LDAP server, we provide Radius server, and we support SCIM support. That makes your cloud application, your endpoints, your network device, VPN, PC login, all can be integrated with JumpCloud because we natively provide most of the open standard that you definitely using likely to using day by day. So integrating is not that difficult with those all common protocol in place. And we replace those disconnect IAM tools. So we consolidate all the single sign-on, directory, and access management in a single platform. All the logs and activities will be through JumpCloud. Then we can find out, is there any abnormal behavior, any abuse or attack coming from internal or external source of attack. And then about the authentication. So we can enforce the phishing resistant MFA everywhere, because sometimes some of your application or your device doesn't support MFA. Then you can integrate with JumpCloud, and we can help you to support uh, the hardware back or passwordless login to do a modern and easy to use MFA authentication. And we have flexible factors, so we support push notification. We have you can support some security keys, TOTP, or in-device biometrics. So you can use an iPhone or install an app to do the authentication with your Face ID or Touch ID. So that will be a much more user-friendly and effective, I would say. And we also help you to counter today's fast-growing threats. So session hijacking is going up years by years. So in the past 6 months, year-to-year comparison, there was 23% growth in session hijack. So that will sometimes try to bypass the MFA. So we have some mechanism to avoid those session hijack or bypassing MFA. And because we have a unify access and very easy to use agents or tools through your app or your mobile phone or email, that will be a frictionless one-touch verification to your application. So user will not be being resistant to change and ask you, can I disable the MFA? That happens usually from a high privilege user that can be, or senior staff, that can be a really bad idea. Yeah, so make their life easy and make your life easy. Yeah, and we stay safe with the proper MFA implement. And we have a very wide range of device management tools. So JumpCloud provide support Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, which is a unified access. You can manage all the MS Mix OS with a single device management platform. We help you to do auto patching. We have some device compliance check policy on that. So we can disable USB and whatever that you can apply those policy to your devices. Some is cross-platform, some is platform dependent, because each platform have different functionality, right? But it can be done in the same platform through policy device group and policies. And we also can do some real-time access policy, so you need not to you can control the device access, so you who can log in when you can do it very easily, simply through a few clicks in the JumpCloud. And we have built for how Teams actually works. So we purpose built for hybrid, BYOD, and multi-OS environment. So you can manage different device and ownership very easily. Yeah, sometimes the computer is owned by the user. You can still make it works with some BYOD mechanism. So that's about zero trust policy. So we can support continuous verification to ensure that that user is still as that user logging in the system. and we can provide conditional access. So maybe some user shouldn't access the server or application after office hour, many others. So, or if they oversee, they cannot access which application. You can do such kind of control. And we support some workflow process, so you can have some automation and no need to be manual. For example, if the account being suspended, you can disable the access to certain application, or on other way around, if the device is offline, what kind of action you want to do. So we consolidate all the access control, device control, zero trust, unify platform, unify protocols. So we get you on board the zero trust architecture much more easy. So that's how it works. Oh, sorry. We should go to, yeah. So I will, now we go through a short demo. I will briefly show how the console looks like and the MFA configure, how is the conditional access actually works, and how the mix OS and how the policy goes. Yeah, let me stop the share first, and then I bring up the demo site. Give me some time. I need to log in to our console. So if you have any question or comment, you may type now in the chat or the question box before I resume the demonstration. Yeah, give me some time to log in. MFA. Give me a second. Okay, then maybe should share. Let me go to one of the demo site. Okay, this is the admin console. I enlarge a little bit so you guys can see it more easy. Okay, so I won't go very deep, just briefly show what the major functions I just mentioned in the slides. So this is the JumpCloud cloud portal. So you will see how many users you have, how many user group, how many device, how many managed software, and how many device policy you deploy. So before we start, we need some credential, right? So let's see, identity, yeah. So as I said, you can integrate few different backend. So you can integrate AD, and also you can integrate some cloud credential. So this is an entry ID of the token expiry. Yeah. Anyway, is you can add some your AD or your cloud directory, or even you can integrate with your HR system. So there will be a HR directory or any other identity providers. So you may have some IDP solutions. We also can integrate it. After that, you can see that will be synchronized some user, and that will be maybe there will be some local user, so like this is a local user and this is a AD synchronized from AD, then some maybe from the Microsoft Entra ID. So you see how many active, how many suspend. So you can have a unified place to see all of your source of credential, and then those credentials you can assign a policy, and you are assigned to different devices. So this is the identity part. So for the access or authentication, so you can integrate with different kind of um, SaaS application, like we can integrate and do single sign-on to the M365, or you can do any others like API gateway or on any others. So, or you can do an LDAP. So maybe you have some traditional application or some system or like a NAS that you need to integrate and let the user to authenticate through the LDAP. Then you can use a JumpCloud LDAP server and also like a Radius for VPN on their device. So all same set of credential, and we provide different protocol to integrate your different device and applications. Okay. Okay. So devices. So we support. Okay. So far, we only have one device. So you can have as many devices you want, and then you can install the agent. You can do you install a Mac, we support Windows, Linux, iOS, Android, and some others. Okay, yeah. So more as Linux stuff. So once you install the agent, we can do the single sign-on. We can do the authentication or into the system, and also we can have some MDM profile to manage those Windows and Mac device to do further functionality like the OS paging and the zero trust enrollment, many others. So that's how we can support multiple device. Yeah. And next is about the conditional access. So we have the login, we have the application, we have the device and users. We can blend it together. Then we have context. So default, you allow user to authenticate like the single sign-on LDAP. So this is a default access policy. But you can create some context. For example, the single sign-on application, then you can choose or some application or all, and then who user can access. Then you can add some condition there. So for example, if the location is not in, I don't know, Singapore. Yeah. If the user is not in Singapore, I deny it. Okay. Of course, you can do it in the other way, but remember, if you allow, if there is in Singapore, you allow it, doesn't mean you in others is deny. You have to have some rules to deny it. Okay. So it's most effective is it's not in Singapore. I deny it. Okay. And then you have many others like how you can authentication and others. Yeah. Okay. So that's how the conditional asset works. Or you can only allow the use some SaaS application can be logged in, or you don't need MFA with your IP, whatever that you can add many credential condition here. Okay. So this is the conditional access policy. So this is more on the context. Okay. So you can have quite complex and fine conditional access that can help you to achieve least privilege and control by region and user and time. So that's help you to implement the least privilege or at minimum access for your users. There will be others like MFA configurations. So you can enable user to use the JumpCloud Glow, which is an agent that you make your user to log in, and then you can use the browser extension, and you can enable the push mobile app push notification. Do we support TOTP, do we support the security key, or we can integrate with your security, so you can have many combination of MFA and security tools you can make use of it to enhance your flexibility, but didn't trade off a lot at all on your security. Okay, so last is about the insight. So I don't go to report. I think report. Maybe go to report later. So let's go to some insight, like last 15 days. Yeah. So there will be a login. There's some user try to enablement update. The enable. Oh, that's I just did it. So I enable the JumpCloud Go. So there will be this is the audit log for the admin, but we also have the insight in case the user have like abnormal behavior, abuse of your accounts, or suddenly they log in Japan and Europe at the same time. Then we will give you the insight. Don't forget that because we a centralized place to link up all your credential from different directory to all your application, device, and network devices. So you can see the full picture of your credential being used here. Okay, then you can of course run some report, like you want to know the applications on the Androids, or you want to some browser patch management policy, OS patch policy report, software inventory, yeah, many others. And the user, how is the usage for the LDAP server, yeah, and the user to user group. Yeah, let's go to the report, and you can download the CSV. Yeah, and we will give you a CSV report. Yeah, so you can run all those report by schedule. Yeah, and then we will say report, schedule report, report history. Okay, so these are very quick run through for the JumpCloud platform. So we have we support synchronize with traditional AD, cloud directories, or different IDP, or even you can use the local JumpCloud user. And then we integrate to your different application platform and endpoints through our agent and standard protocols. And we have context control for our access control, conditional access policy. We also got workflows here. So you can automate something like if there's a new stuff here, then you can create some, or you can, let's use so we can use, okay, with device and reset access status, use this template. Then there will be associate chain, you get the username, and then the scheme, then reset, you erase your computer, yeah, get the ID, yeah. So you can change it. Maybe you add some exclusion condition, yeah, never reset this device. So you can have this workflow. So when there's an event trigger that will run automatically. So you can see what we see. So there's associate change, get the username, and search the system, find the host name from the user, and then if else, then there will be two condition. So if the user is suspend, yeah, and is which family of OS, and then yeah, then if yes, if Apple, go to Apple. If the others, go to others. So erase the device and get a system ID, and then get access after the device status. Of course, you can usually add an email notification, I think, maybe. Then you can add an email notification. Yeah, then so you can add the recipients. So you can add the address here. Yeah, then you can receive a email. Okay, so I discard change, and I don't want to read our devices because those are okay. I deleted it. So this is something new from JumpCloud, that we have some workflows to automate some of your process and activities. Okay, so this is a quick walkthrough of the JumpCloud. Let's go back to the slides. Yeah. So I already went through this demonstration, quick demonstration. Okay, so why V2 and why JumpCloud? Okay, so V2 we provide regional deployment and license expertise. We provide support service. So we have process support to all of you guys. Then we can provide flexible commercial terms to resellers and end customers. So we work in the region for almost 20 years. Well, JumpCloud is a single unified identity platform and in the market for quite some times, and provide a very good reputable IDP and all-in-one um, platform to manage your device and identities. And we support cross-platform device management of the box and rapid time to value, because as you can see, the console is quite simple. You just have make sure your directory is there, your agent deployed, and you can start with simple monitoring without any policy. Then you can add in the control and conditional access and policy bit by bit. So it is quite simple to use, but it is really cost effective to solutions. So together we create a tools that you can implement without too much burden. So once again, if you have any questions, please do type in the question box. Let me go to the tools. Yeah. So if you have any question, please do type in or send me emails. So what's next? So if you have interest for do POC or testing on JumpCloud, please contact us. You can contact ourselves or send me email, or you can simply register a free 15 minutes consultation with me. Yeah, or you can link up, get in touch with LinkedIn. Then you can get a demo. We can do a demo or POC with you, or we can talk to you to help you to do some planning or design, or discuss with you how would you like to implement the zero trust, or how much you want to do on zero trust with or without the or any other solutions or in JumpCloud. So I think is that's all share with me. Okay, thank you very much for your guys. So that's all for today. Thank you for your time. Cheers. Bye bye.